It's finally official, Sonos' premium portable speaker is getting an upgrade. The all-new Sonos Move 2 is launching this month, and here's everything that you guys need to know. That's right, after multiple leaks and rumours and just 6 months after the release of their Era products, Sonos are back with another new speaker. Launching on the 20th of September, Move 2 will feature a series of upgrades on its predecessor, including double the battery life, upgraded internals to now deliver stereo sound, and additional capabilities including USB-C line-in connectivity. But it does come with a higher price tag of £449, a £50 step up from the original Move. And as always, we have a huge list of questions that we want answering and tests that we need to carry out once we get our hands on one, so you're going to want to subscribe to catch our full review coming very soon. If you watched our review of the original Sonos Move, and first of all, shout out to all of you OGs out there, then you guys will know that we really like to put these speakers through their paces. So as always, we definitely recommend holding off, taking the plunge until we've fully reviewed this speaker, especially if you already have a Move and want to know if it's worth the upgrade. Now, before we get into the design, we're sure that like us, you guys will have lots of questions around Move 2. So if you put them down in the comments below, we'll cover the most requested in our upcoming review. Now, we will also be giving one of these away to a subscriber on launch day, so make sure you stay tuned to find out more about that. So the original Move, launched back in 2019, really paved the way for a new category of speaker, which we like to term premium heavyweight portable speakers. Those designed to be moved from room to room, taken out in the garden, and occasionally on a trip away. Now, 4 years on, and Sonos have since added 2 more portable options to their lineup, the far more portable Sonos Roam and Roam SL, but it's been their new wave of Era products that have pushed for a change when it comes to the Move. So from the press images that we've seen, the Move 2 looks very similar to the original Move, and in terms of shape, size and weight, everything will stay the same, even down to the same rubber base and carry handle. But there have been a few changes to bring Move 2 more in line with their latest releases. Firstly, the new colorways are slightly different. The black version now has a black logo, making the branding a little bit more discreet. Now we shift from lunar white on the old version to white on Move 2, and also Sonos will be offering an olive green colorway too. Now on the top, Move 2 now offers the same top panel as the new Era speakers with a volume slider and a few other small tweaks. So we have the speech bubble icon on the top that you can tap to activate or deactivate your voice assistant, and there's a far field microphone array on top which uses something called advanced beamforming and multi-channel echo cancellation to essentially hear you better and quicker, and that also helps with TruePlay. On the back, things again look very similar. We've still got a USB-C port for charging, which on this model will also double up as a line-in port, but more on that later. Now you also have a power button and a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth button, but they've dropped the older design pairing button for setup, as this is no longer needed on their new speakers, and instead they've added a switch to completely kill the power to the microphones. Obviously, as a portable speaker, there needs to be an element of durability factored into the design, so it's made from shock-absorbing materials, meaning it could withstand a few knocks or drops, and it's IP56 rated, so it will be fine with a bit of rain, sun exposure or dirt. Now it would have been nice to see them upgrade that to an IP67 rating like we've got on the Roam to give a little bit more protection from the weather, but to be honest, the way that the Move has been designed to be used, IP56 should be weatherproof enough. Now the only other change design-wise is the charging base, and this one was definitely a pet peeve of mine on the first generation. Now firstly, the new charging base looks slightly different in terms of shape, and I'm still a little bit unsure on whether I prefer it until I see it in person, but the main change is that the plug is now smaller and also detachable. Now for anyone with this version of the base, you might have found it a little bit annoying to pack away into a bag as it is, or that it wasn't the easiest to fit behind a bedside table, desk, media unit or something like that, because it sticks out quite a long way from the wall. Now obviously this is a pretty small change in the grand scheme of things, but unfortunately it is things like this that do make a difference day to day, so it is a positive change for me. Now when it comes to connectivity, we already had Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on the old Move to give the best of both, but this does now step up to Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0 on the new version. So we've still got the usual options of Spotify Connect, AirPlay 2, and voice control via Sonos Voice or Amazon Alexa, but due to ongoing problems with Google, there won't be Google Assistant available on the Move 2. Now we are also presuming that the Move 2 will follow on from the Era products and also say goodbye to Sonos Mesh, although we are still yet to have this confirmed. Now I want to come back to the USB-C on the back, which can obviously be used for charging, but now also adds extra connectivity and functionality to the Move 2. So first things first, like the Era 100 and 300, you can purchase a Sonos dongle to connect up to a turntable, computer or any audio source to your Move, which will be a huge plus for a lot of Sonos users. Now, previously, if you wanted to connect to a turntable with the Move, then you would have needed to connect via Bluetooth to a Bluetooth turntable, so this should give a lot more flexibility. Secondly, the USB-C port will now enable you to charge your phone on the go, which is something that a lot of other heavy-duty portable speakers have offered for a while now, and it can be a little bit of a lifesaver if you're out and about, acting as an on-the-go power bank. How this will work, how much it will drain the battery life and things like that, we don't know for sure at the moment, but this will definitely be something that we'll include in our upcoming review. Now, as a portable speaker, one of the biggest features is the battery life. Now, the previous Move offered 11 hours, which is okay, but it was falling behind a lot of its competitors in this market. So it's great to see that Sonos have upgraded the battery from 18 watt hours to 44 watt hours and over doubled that battery life now. So the Move 2 should offer up to 24 hours of playback when used continuously at a moderate volume while connected to Wi-Fi and with voice control enabled. Now, they've not shared the recharge time yet, and there's no news on any quick charging feature, which is something that I would have liked to have seen on this new update. Now, we have asked Sonos what the battery life will be like when the Move isn't playing, and we're told that when it powers fully off, it should last months, and when it goes into its more responsive sleep mode, then they've said it will last a few weeks, but I definitely want to put all of that to the test, as well as testing battery life when connected via Bluetooth. It's also worth noting that the battery in the Move 2 is replaceable, and we've checked with Sonos, who have said that it's easily replaced by the user. Sonos have also made a few other changes to make the Move 2 more sustainable, including using recycled plastics, and they've said that they've also reduced its idle energy consumption by more than 40% when compared with its predecessor, which is great. Now, the Move offers automatic TruePlay tuning, and that's the same with the Move 2. That essentially means it continually optimizes its sound for your surroundings using internal mics to measure the frequency response from the music in response to its surroundings. Now, they've said that tuning will happen around every 60 seconds on Move 2, so you should always be getting the best sound for your environment. Now, it's not clear whether there have been any changes here with the new Move, so again, this is something that I'll have to test out for you guys. Right, before I move on to talk about the improvements in sound quality with the Sonos Move 2, we're going to give you guys a chance to win one in our competition. It's nice and simple. All you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, you comment your thoughts on the new speaker along with your Instagram handle, and you make sure that you're following us over on our Instagram. Now, you will need to be based in the UK to enter, and we'll be messaging the winners directly from our official Instagram account, as well as revealing the winners in a live on our channel on launch day, the 20th of September. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Okay, on to the best part then, the sound. Now, Sonos have said that they've completely overhauled the internals of the Move 2 for an all-new acoustic architecture. The main change is that the new Move is now a stereo speaker rather than mono like the Move Gen 1. So inside, we've got 3 Class D digital amplifiers powering 2 angled tweeters and 1 midwoofer. Now, the dual angled tweeters should give us those nice accurate high frequencies and crisp vocals, and also provide a more spacious stereo sound, separating highs and vocal frequencies into left and right channels. The midwoofer, as far as we can see, hasn't changed from the Gen 1, so I'm expecting a similar bass performance, but that'll take care of the mid-range vocals and bass. Now, Sonos have also said that there are some custom waveguides to finely control the direction and dispersion of frequencies to give us a wider and more balanced soundstage. Now, the acoustic makeover Move 2 has received is similar to that of the Era 100, minus the upgraded woofer size, which definitely gives a wider sound with better separation compared with the previous Sonos One Gen 2. So I'm really looking forward to testing it out in our studio, comparing it with the Move Gen 1, as well as other speakers in the Sonos lineup, including the Era 100 and 300 and the bigger Sonos 5. While a single Move 2 will now deliver stereo sound, you can also choose to pair 2 Move 2s to create a stereo pair, and that's going to give you a much wider soundstage. Now, as with the Move 1, this will still only be possible over Wi-Fi, which I know a lot of you guys will find frustrating, and something that we were hoping they'd bring to Bluetooth. Now, we did also check, and you will be unable to stereo pair a Move Gen 1 with a Move 2, as you're not going to get a good performance having a mono speaker as your left and a stereo as your right, or vice versa. Now, you also won't be able to use a pair of Move 2s as rears to a Sonos soundbar. Now, when we asked why Sonos don't want to enable this functionality, they said it was because someone could walk off with one of your rears, but we presume it's really because they want the other speakers in their lineup to provide that solution. Now, we have a lot of questions around the Sonos Move 2, and I'm sure that you guys will have far more for us down in the comments below, but from my initial impressions, I think that the changes they've made will make this a much more attractive offer to a lot of people. But what I really want to know is, have they done enough to convince me to upgrade from my Gen 1 to the new Move 2? And is it worth that £449 price tag? I guess we'll soon find out. I'll catch you guys in the review.